This really is a very special Adda. Both Vandita Mishra, our opinions editor, and I, uh, both Vandita and I are truly honored and humbled to have with us um, possibly one of the world's most influential people. Someone.
Hello. Long time friend.
Someone who's been influential for many years now. Influential because one visit to Arunachal Pradesh sets off a diplomatic storm between New Delhi and Beijing. He's influential because his relentless fight for a free Tibet has attracted global attention from many, many powerful people. But I think we'll all agree that most importantly, he's influential because he has consistently championed the cause of humanity, of compassion, of free will, of love, and of democracy. And all this while, while wearing the world's most gentle, the world's most humble, and the world's most infectious smile. Your Holiness, it is absolutely our pleasure and honor. So glad you could make it, and welcome to Express Adda. Your Holiness, my first question is, you've been championing the cause of democracy for all these years now. Not in a long time, not since the Cold War, has the world been so polarized. If you look at anywhere in the world, Philippines, Turkey, India, US, UK, France, anywhere you look at, people are extremely polarized. Are we doing something wrong?
As just I mentioned there, basic human nature, we are social animal. So any social animal, emotional level, there is something to bring together. So therefore, since we are social animal, so we have what we call human compassion, sense of care, take care, others' well-being. That brings together. Then secondly, now scientists, number of scientists, through their sort of observation and also some experiment, basic human nature is more compassionate. So that is really the basis of our hope. I feel now, of course, the killing human being one another is part of human history. Like some other sort of animal, like tiger or these things. But then they mobilize to the large scale fighting, killing, we usually call war. That's only among human beings. War also part of human history. But then, modern time, the destructive power much increased. So then, you see, the conflict really become very, very serious matter. I feel in 20th century, till early part of 20th century, I think one nation declare war on other nation. Every citizen of the country, without any question, proudly join war effort. That kind of thinking, later part of 20th century, no longer there. When government declare or about, you see, thinking war, and then citizen usually, quite often, you see, express against war. For example, the Vietnam War. Many Americans against war, Vietnam War, like that. And then Kosovo War, and also the Iraq War about to happen. Millions of people really express want peace against violence. So the human being, I feel, becoming more mature and also knowing if war comes, use this immense destructive power like nuclear weapon, then no winner. Everybody suffer. So therefore, I feel the later part of 20th century and the early part of 20th century, I think there's big change. One example, I always mentioning, I'm one of the admirer of European Union. So you are leaving now. You know, the one German, or say the professor, von Weizsäcker, say a nuclear physicist or quantum physicist. So I have keen interest in these things. So I get, you see, lecture or explanation from late David Bohm and von Weizsäcker. So eventually, von Weizsäcker became a very close friend of mine. We both, you see. Then in 1990s, one occasion he mentioned, when he was young, as a young German, every German eye, French is their enemy. Similarly, in French eye, German is their enemy. Now that kind of thinking completely changed, he mentioned to me. So early part of 20th century, French, German, and English is fighting. Later part of 20th century, or even it's at mid part, I think under the leadership of de Gaulle of France and Adda, German, you see, eventually, and of course some sort of, I think, European, I think, thinkers, I think, made some contribution, then eventually create European Union. I often feel if European Union not develop, then I think last few decades may have some sort of fighting among member states. So therefore, you see, this one indication, the people now really fed up violence in the basis, on the basis of sense of my nation, my sovereignty. The people now consider common interest is more important than just a national interest. So these I really admire. So therefore, I think judging these things, I think there is more hopeful side.
So do you expect at some point will we have a world without organized violence? Is that I
think theoretically possible. Now depend on our own effort, mainly through education and closer contact. Isolate people to people, and then sometimes remain a little bit skeptical. The only way to remove skepticism or suspicion, close friendship, that's the only way. For example, now, unfortunately, even with name of religion, some sort of violence now between Christian and Muslim, and then within Muslim, Shia and Sunni, now in Iraq, Syria, now this area. I think while we enjoying here, peaceful, joyful, same human brothers, sisters, killing, dying, and also death due to starvation. Thousands of young children. Really sad. When we saw picture, the dying child, very thin. How can we human beings, create that kind of situation and neglect another human brother, sisters dying? You still remain indifferently. I think very sad. So therefore, I fully committed to create sense of oneness of humanity. 7 billion human beings born same way. The way die same way. Then more important, everybody want happy life, peaceful life. So therefore, I usually used to telling 7 billion human beings, mentally, emotionally, physically, we are same. So therefore, and most important, everybody from birth want peace, want happiness. So everybody have that right. So therefore, you see, share, you see, these common feeling, then respect other on the basis of strong belief, oneness of humanity. Then no ground for violence or war. Difficult, but possible to achieve through education, not through prayer. I met someone, you see, asked me, please pray, pray, pray. Then I told, I'm Buddhist. In my daily practice, some prayer also there. But I do not believe prayer brings peaceful society, peaceful world.